The Cell Cycle by Sadie Taylor Parks and Jasmine Pathak from Mr. Pengilly's Period 2 science class. Why do we need the cell cycle? From the time your life began, your cells have been dividing. The cell cycle is a process in which a cell divides to create a copy of itself. Your body replaces cells that take a lot of wear and tear and for growth. For example, your skin cells are divided every 20 days, whereas brain cells divide every 30 to 50 years. The cell cycle is broken into 3 stages: interphase, mitosis, and cytokinesis. We start off by one cell, and by the end we have 2 cells. Interphase is the longest stage, and cytokinesis is the shortest. Interphase is the stage in which the cell carries its functions. For example, a cell in your stomach might be making and releasing enzymes that digest food. During interphase, the cell divides everything in its cytoplasm. The stages of interphase. The first stage of interphase, a cell increases in size and makes the proteins and molecules necessary for the cell to function. In the next phase, DNA makes a replication of itself. After the DNA makes a replication of itself, the cell continues to grow and makes materials, such as proteins, for the new cells. In mitosis, the first stage is prophase. The nuclear membrane dissolves first. Then the chromatin coils up into chromosomes. Centrioles make the poles of the cell, and then spindles attach to the chromosomes at the centromere.
In the mitosis process, metaphase is the pulling action of the spindle fibers which tug the X-shaped chromosome into the equator or the middle of the cell. Anaphase. After metaphase, anaphase happens. Anaphase is when the spindles begin to pull apart the centromere. This allows the sister chromatids to be pulled apart and move to the opposite poles of the cell. When they separate, each sister chromatid is a chromosome. Telophase. Telophase is the final phase of mitosis. One complete set of chromosomes is now at each pole. The spindle fibers are gone, and the nuclear membrane forms around the sets of chromosomes. A nucleolus appears in each nucleus. 2 nuclei are now in one cell, and the cell is ready to divide. Cytokinesis. The final stage of the cell cycle. The cytokinesis separates the 2 nuclei into 2 daughter cells. These 2 cells are now identical and are also identical to their parent cell. The cell membrane pinches together like a belt and splits the cell in 2. This happens in an animal cell. In a plant cell, a cell plate forms in the center and divides the cell into 2. Chromosomes. On a chromosome, there are genes that are identical to another on the other side of the chromatin. The sister chromatin are exact copies of each other. When the spindles connect to the chromosome, it connects through the centromere, which is at the center of the chromosome. When the cell splits, the 2 chromatins are split, so they are not together anymore. The chromosomes split left and right, not up and down. Fun fact: it takes 24 hours to 100 or more days for this reproduction process to occur. Thanks for watching.